shows I watched was a masterpiece, and the other one was not that at all. So let's see if you can guess which one was a masterpiece and which one was not that way. It was bad. So let's kick off this video talking about the TV show Boba Fett. I'm already gonna spoil it. This is the bad one. Halfway through Boba Fett, it forgets that it's a Boba Fett show and becomes Mandalorian 2.5, and then Mandalorian 2.5, bizarrely, is way better than the Boba Fett stuff. This show just feels like Jon Favreau doesn't give a crap about Boba Fett, and he's just more interested in his own character, Mando. And honestly, after watching this series, I'm much more interested in his character, Mando. This show completely fails Boba Fett's character. He's a whining pushover who does really nothing cool. And also, if you look at my set, you can see that it's actually very much decorated like Boba Fett stuff, and that's because I'm working on a ginormous video about the complete disaster that was Boba Fett. So if you want to see that video, go ahead and subscribe and click the bell. You'll be notified when it comes out. But that's why my set is decorated like Boba Fett, and that's why this whiteboard is making fun of Boba Fett. And there's a lot to make fun of.
Like a panther. Yes. Yes.
But when you watch the show, you just see so many problems that weren't even that hard to fix, but it just feels like the writer didn't care. It feels like Jon Favreau literally didn't care. Yeah, this series is so bad, it's like what you would imagine would happen if, like, I don't know, Disney gave the director of Shark Boy and Lava Girl a Star Wars show. Oh. That's what actually happened. Don't get me wrong, there is some cool stuff in this show, like, Cad Bane. Cad Bane's really cool. And oh, there's the thing that goes that thing's pretty cool. Oh, there's like a bun. In the end, this show just feels like B-tier Mandalorian. Actually, now that I said that out loud, though, B-tier is that's being too nice. This feels like that's like making fun of Mandalorian. This is like C to D tier Mandalorian, so it's bad. So would I recommend you watch Boba Fett? You kind of have to if you want to keep up with like Mando's story, but I really wouldn't recommend it. There's much better things to watch. Hey, speaking of better things to watch, let's move on to the other show. Zack Stone is gonna be famous. Zack Stone is gonna be famous. Zack Stone is gonna make a better TV show than Boba Fett. Zack Stone. I was just bored with a friend one night, and we decided to just, watch Zack Stone for the first time. Life-altering experience. Okay, that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but Zack Stone is an absolutely terrific show. I laughed harder watching this show than anything I've watched in a while. I laughed harder at Zack Stone than I did when I saw Like a Panther. Even though Zack is so selfish, Bo Burnham finds a way to play him that still makes him endearing. And then his girl, who's his friend, but not his girlfriend until later in the show when she does become his girlfriend. Just really great dynamics. And even his parents feel like such lived-in characters that are real, genuine people. And the whole mockumentary style that this show was filmed in just gave it such a new, unique spark that I feel a lot of other shows don't have. Easily the worst thing about this show is that it's only one season. That's right, it never got picked up for any more seasons, and that is so depressing. This show just had so much room for growth and where it could go with all the characters and how the story could evolve in Zack's arc, and it's so freaking sad that it didn't get supported in its time. I think it's super underappreciated, and I encourage anyone out there, go watch Zack Stone, especially if you're a Bo Burnham fan. If you're a Bo Burnham fan and you haven't seen Zack Stone, you should kill yourself. Also, I am making a video about Zack Stone soon, so if you want to see that, you can also subscribe, I guess. But I've already asked you to subscribe twice, so I guess that means that you should actually unsubscribe. Click it twice, and that way you unsubscribe to make sure you're not notified when it comes out. We good? You should just kill yourself. Oh no, that song's stuck in my head. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I actually lied. I lied. I'm sorry. I actually watched 3 TV shows this month. But the other show I've been watching a lot this month is Impractical Jokers. Now, I learned that the 9 seasons of Impractical Jokers are all on HBO Max. And I'll be honest, that makes the price of HBO Max worth it
So
just for this high
and
quality.
if he tries to get Dana to teach him how to twerk one more time, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Whenever I'm like sad or, you know, just not feeling too hot, this is just the perfect relaxing show that is always just guaranteed to make you laugh. And especially recently with all of the chaos going on in the world, it's just so nice to just sit back and watch some good old goofiness. You're like watching the news unfold and you're like, oh my gosh, Russia's invading Ukraine. Oh wait, Joe's doing a fashion show? Oh, that's so funny. Oh my gosh, the United States is drowning in its trillions of dollars of national debt. Oh, but Joe's running around screaming Larry. That's funny, that's goofy. Oh my gosh, World War III is gonna happen and we're all gonna die? Oh, but Sal's making fart jokes. That's so funny, he farted. Oh, I said fart, not blart. I said fart joke, not blart. I didn't summon you. Now, granted, apparently Joe Gatto is actually leaving Impractical Jokers, which is gonna leave a big Joe-shaped hole in the show, and I don't even know what the show would look like without him, so I kind of hope they just take a break on the entire show and wait like a year or two and then come back. That's what I personally would want. I don't want to see any of the members leave. But again, this isn't like a serialized TV show. It doesn't have a plot or anything, but it is well made. It's well edited. It's funnier than pretty much any other show on television, probably. It's just overall such a great show, and I'm so glad that even if Joe leaves, we still got 9 seasons of just glorious comedy. But you know what? Now it's time to move on to talking about all of the 2022 February movies I watched that actually came out in February, starting with Moonfall. I'll be honest, I don't really like Moonfall that much, but I respect it. I respect it for how stupid it is. As you grow older and you've seen more and more movies, you know, things start to get a little stale. And so you begin to appreciate things that aren't as conventional. Now, it might be weird that I'm saying that about Moonfall, when Moonfall starts as the most conventional disaster film ever, but then, in the last third act, it takes a bonkers twist that just completely changes the movie's enjoyment level for me. They reveal that the moon was actually built by our ancient ancestor aliens, and I love that. I mean, look, the movie is so stupid, I had to get therapy. I made a whole video about that. I literally went to therapy because it was so bad. But like I also said in that video, it was also at the same time worth every penny. I am kind of sad the film flopped. I would have loved to seen a Moonfall 2. Like, The Moon Strikes Back. Now, Roland Emmerich is known for making disaster movies, and to be honest, I'll definitely say Moonfall is definitely not one of his best, but my favorite one is still 2012, which ironically came out in 2009. But the reason I bring this up is that somehow 2012's graphics look better than Moonfall. So, I'm guessing that Roland Emmerich is just struggling to get films made at this point. But if you want me to go into more crazy details about what happens in Moonfall, click this card right here and it'll take you to the Moonfall therapy video. It's not one of my best, but it's okay. Marry me, just say yes. Marry me. Have you watching ever wanted to see Jennifer Lopez frick Owen Wilson? Well, if you have, this is the perfect film for you. I know that J-Lo and Owen Wilson are like literally 1 year apart, but I can't help but think that Owen Wilson looks like her grandpa. And that made the rest of the film kind of weird to watch. Marry Me is just a fun romantic comedy that is like, it's fine. It knows what it is, and it doesn't transcend the genre, but it is what it is, and it does what it is good. It does, yep, that's the sentence. My biggest actual problem with this film is J-Lo. She doesn't deserve Owen Wilson, okay? Owen Wilson is a swell guy, and I think several times in the movie she kind of treats him like garbage, and she goes up with little Sebastian, and I just feel like her character was kind of written to be kind of naive. Like, she starts to fall back in love with Sebastian. He doesn't have the golden locks, but okay, unrealistic. Oh, but the reason they break up is that Sebastian cheated on her. Classic Sebastian. And then they start to fall back in love, and then like as soon as they start dating again, Sebastian walks up to like this one girl, and he's like, "Oh, you're a cute little girl, aren't you?" Like grabs her chin or something, and J-Lo's like, "He's gonna do it again. And it's like, yeah, no crap he was gonna do it again. He cheated on you before. Like, I feel like if they had just made her character when the first time he cheated and she went, you know what, no, it's over. Like, you lost your chance, left him. That would have been great. That's actually like female empowerment that's not cringy. And instead, it makes her look like an idiot for getting back together with this guy for 1 second. And then as soon as he has her back, he's like, wait, you're back with me? Sweet, so I can cheat again? Oh, hey, you're really hot. I don't know if that bothered anyone else, but that was just a personal problem for me. But to be fair, the film is fun and charming and surprisingly funny, and so it does kind of redeem the whole film in that way. Overall, just a nice little romantic comedy, and it was actually better than all the other 2022 movies that I saw this month, which is surprising. There's only one other film, but I hate that film. So let's talk about that film. And that film is Dog. This movie was my worst movie theater experience ever. Look at all of their heads bouncing. They all agree with me. I'm not gonna go too much into why it was the worst thing ever, because if you want to know that, there's a card right there. Yeah, I'm shilling for that video too. It's actually better than the Moonfall therapy video, so hopefully you didn't go to that one. Go to this one instead. This movie has drugs, alcohol, sex, and it's perfect for children. Yeah, that's right. This film was completely marketed towards children, even though it has all of those wicked things in it. One of the reasons I really hate this film is because I took my little sister to see it, because this film is one of the most mismarketed films of all time. It's trying so hard to market to kids, like, look, it's a fun dog movie, but it's not. It's really not, and I think it's gonna trick a lot of parents, and I think a lot of people are gonna be pissed. And trust me, I was pissed. The good things about it is there is some real character development for Channing Tatum, which I like, and it's a well-shot movie. It's good looking, it has a few funny jokes, but it's not quite funny enough to be a comedy. And the plot of this film is just doggone crazy. It's so all over the place, and I felt like it just had no real payoffs. Lulu is cool, though. That's the dog. But I'm not gonna lie, I hated watching this film. It wasn't that good in general, but watching all of this crap with my little sister, who was, who's young, impressionable, I hated it. I hated my life while watching this. It made me want to kill myself. Okay, now it's time to move on to just talking about all the rest of the movies that I watched this month. Top of the morning to you laddies! Today we're talking about Sing Street, which is an Irish musical film. My accent changed, but the reason I just did that is because Jacksepticeye is Irish, and this film, Sing Street, is also Irish. Do you get the joke? Do you get it? Sorry, that was a lot. That was a lot to process. But yeah, I had no idea if I was gonna like this film, but man, the soundtrack of this film totally slaps. I've been listening to it like over and over. I guess I can't really play the songs without getting copyrighted, so I guess I'm gonna have to perform them for you. So let me perform some of my favorite lines from some songs. The riddle of the model. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. That's one of them. And drive it like you stole it. Roll it, this is your life. That's one of them. Another one is you light me up, you break me up, you make me something. I can't remember that line. There's also the so take your bow. That one. I think that's enough for your ears. But yeah, honestly, this film is just a lot of fun, and I think the story is pretty interesting, and the great songs really help elevate it, and his brother gives off serious Roderick vibes, which is definitely a great thing. My biggest complaint is that the way they set up the love interest is like this mysterious figure. That's part of the reason why one of the songs is called The Riddle of the Model. It's called Riddle of the Model, not the bum. That's part of the music. But yeah, I just feel like I didn't really buy into her very much, because they establish her as kind of this weird and mysterious character, and then because they do that, you almost, as an audience member, feel like you can't trust them. And I feel like that led to problems where the whole movie I'm like, I can't trust you, there's gonna be some twist where she's doing something behind his back, and then when she turns out to just be completely good, because the movie had made me doubt her for so long, the whole love interest didn't really work. But overall, really good film. I'm glad I watched it. After watching Zack Stone, I wanted to watch some more Bo Burnham, so I tuned into his Netflix special I had never seen before called Make Happy. And it made me relatively happy. I'll be honest, I just don't know if I'm a huge fan of stand-up. I like being in the crowd watching it, but watching it on TV can be kind of hit or miss for me, but I did enjoy this performance quite a bit. I think Bo Burnham's style of having everything so hyper-produced with sound effects and everything and songs, I think it's a cool idea, and I think it does really work to help him stand out. But at the same time, I do kind of miss some of the down-to-earth comedians, such as someone like Michael Jr., who just dedicates part of the show to him just sitting in a chair, and he just like talks to the audience and makes jokes. And it's like something like that I feel like is kind of missing from his show. You don't get as much down-to-earth moments. Instead, it's just a lot of... You know, I don't know what, hopefully when I add in stuff in the editing, that little weird thing I just did will make sense. Again, very good performance, the songs are funny, Bo Burnham has great delivery, a lot of the jokes are clever. I do miss some of the more down-to-earth moments, and that's fine. Maybe that's just not his style, and that's totally cool. Bo Burnham wouldn't like me anyway. And I do really like the finale, especially the use of lights, but I just feel like at the end he's trying to do something serious, but then he feels like his audience might not quite want something serious, so then he starts like cracking jokes in the middle of it about this Pringle can. I don't know, I feel like it kind of ruined the moment in some way. Now he makes jokes that the Pringle can bit is going on too long, and I was like, yeah, I agree with you. So stop.
Get some help.
And then I think he makes a joke that he's being meta, which doesn't make it not going on too long, and I'm like, yes, I know. So stop.
Get some help.
Stop talking about the Pringles can. A lot of people love Bo Burnham's stand-up, and I think it's good. And now people are gonna crucify me, and you know what? He does better than I ever will, so please don't kill me. Please don't make me
Kill yourself.
Remember in my everything I watched in January video, card right there, of course, where you can click on it and watch it. But I mentioned the fact that Revenge of the Sith is probably going to appear a lot if I keep on doing this series. Well, guess what? I watched it again. Me and my friends were showing it to someone who hadn't really seen it that many times, and they were trying to understand all of the prequel memes and why we love Revenge of the Sith. Like, not even ironically, Revenge of the Sith is terrific. And so the entire film, we were trying to point out lines that we quote, but that ended up leading to a lot of us just going, oh, that's the line. Oh, that's another line. And I think we did that for like 2 hours straight. Just, that's a line. We say that sometimes. Oh, that's another line. We say that sometimes. I am the Senate. Oh my gosh, he said the thing. The thing that stuck out to me most on this rewatch was, I've always noticed this, but I talked to my friends about this. There's almost like this hidden underlying tension that Anakin might think that Obi-Wan is having an affair with Padme. He seems like a lot of questioning Obi-Wan and stuff, and I know that Obi-Wan didn't do that, but I just find it very interesting that it's almost like George Lucas set up this little subtle wedge that could also come between them even further. I just thought that was interesting. But yeah, I'm gonna have to talk about this film way more in the future, probably, and I already talked about it last month. Let's move on! Yeah, I watched the frickin' Matrix for the first time this month. Right now, I'm working on a video where I'm gonna watch every single Matrix film and every single John Wick film for the first time, so I'm making my way through. Of course, I don't think the first John Wick is gonna be very surprising. I think I know what happens to his dog. I feel like it's gonna be kind of hard to review this film because so much weight of like cinema has been put on it. Like, if I don't like this, are people gonna crucify me again? Twice? Guys, come on, that's more than Jesus! But I am very happy to report that I did really like this film, and the second it ended, I honestly just wanted to watch it again, because I felt like there was so much stuff to unpack. I thought the action choreography was great, and that's something that's interesting, is that it's filmed in